Good morning. I'm wearing my pixie eye patches that I keep in the fridge because I'm really puffy today. Yesterday was spent crying over this guy. We had to take him to the pet emergency room yesterday. Something is going on with his eyes. We're not sure what it is. Yesterday was really bad. He couldn't keep his eyes open, and when he did, they would like drift outward or roll back into his head. They did a test to see if he had any tears or obstructions in his eye. That all came back good. The vet at the time did prescribe us a triple antibiotic ointment and then a pill as well. And if it's not better by like Monday, so today's Saturday, then we got to take him back. We're just trying to get that all sorted, but it's just been hard. You're a good boy. We did get our tree up last night though, which is exciting. If you like to watch us decorate it, it's like a thing that Mike and I have done for the last 4 years. I film the whole thing and then I speed it up and I put it on Instagram, so it's there if you would like to see it. How's it going?
Not good. So this one doesn't work anymore.
Okay.
It's new, haven't used, but just shut off.
Okay.
So the bush is a bad idea.
Okay. Great job. And we're decorated for Christmas.
Install.
Hi, sweet baby. Apologies for the fan in our bathroom. It's just forever loud. I'll give you guys a full update as to what is going on with Barkley, but first I need to take a bath. And yes, I need to take a bath to relax, to just get some time to myself and to soothe my body, because I'm either having some seasonal eczema or I have like a full stress-induced rash. I feel like I could do a whole video on my bath favorites. I have so many things that I add to the tub. I feel like I should just do a whole video. I should. I will. I truly believe that picking your bath accompaniments is like creating a cocktail. It's always different for me. First, I'm going to add 2 cups of Dr. Teal's pure Epsom salts. These are not scented, they're just plain old Epsom salts. Eases aches and pains, soothes sore muscles and tired feet, fast dissolving ultrafine crystals. Because I want a little bubbly action, I don't always do this, I'm going to use the Dr. Teal's Pure Himalayan Foaming Bath to restore and replenish. It has essential oils and Epsom salts in it. I like this because it adds bubbles, but it does not make you dry. I'm going to add 1 spoonful of the Deep Sleep bath soak. Very therapeutic and herbal smelling, and I really love that. I am going to use the second half of this Espa oil, and this is the soothing bath oil. It soothes and relaxes the body and the mind. I got a pack of like 6 or 7 of these in a skin store video. It was sponsored, so this was gifted, and this was gifted too. This was also gifted. Each bottle is equivalent to 2 baths. Oh, yeah, that's gonna be good. So this is just for like added hydration. That's my bath cocktail today. Because I'm going to wash my hair tomorrow and it won't matter if I get stuff in it, I think I'm gonna use the Primera Lotus Seed Sheet Mask to hydrate and soothe. I use and love the Primera Moisturizer morning and night. It's my new holy grail. I can't stop talking about it. I won't stop talking about it. It says it's especially made for dry or dehydrated skin. Cool. I'm gonna put this on, whatever serum is left in the pack, I'm gonna slather it on my neck and chest, and I'm gonna stew in the tub and read my book and drink my wine. So I also put on a playlist. I really try not to be on my phone when I'm in the tub. There are a few playlists that I like to flip between, and they are Bathtub Soak, Bath Time Chill. I also really love Jazz in the Background, which is this one up here. Can you see that? Jazz in the Background, and I like this one, which is Autumn Jazz. Jazz for Autumn. I just got out of the shower and did my regular daytime skincare. I normally don't put an oil on in the day, but because I am so dry right now, I'm going to apply the Prima Night Oil over top of my moisturizer. And I'm just gonna do a few drops. 3. Rub it between my palms, and then I'm just pressing it into my skin. Press, 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 press. And I feel like it really helps. I do this before bed as well. I even do it to Mike. And I'm gonna put a little lip balm on. I'm using the NARS Orgasm Lip Balm. I never would have picked this out, but it came in a kit and I really, really love it. It's so soft. It just gives my lips a little bit of slip and shine. Hi. Hi, sir. We're gonna give an update on you in a few minutes, okay? Do you wanna be part of it? Anywho, my favorite go-to forever repurchase detangling spray slash heat protectant is the Kenra blow dry spray. I love it very much. I've been using it for probably 5 or 6 years. And you know how Caitlin and I are. We find something that we love. We don't think it can be beat, but we certainly try to find things that could top it. And so I am going to be trying the Moroccan Oil All-in-One Leave-In Conditioner. This is for all hair types. It instantly detangles and provides 72-hour softness. Excuse me, sir. Do you have a sock? That's not your sock. You know what? You can do whatever you want. I don't care. I have just been loving all of the Moroccan Oil hair products that I've been using, specifically, mostly, just the dry shampoo. But I keep coming back to it, and I'm so impressed by it that I just want to try other things from the line. So I'm going to try this out for the first time and let you know how I like it. I feel like I see women take their hair out of towels and it looks all instantly detangled and everything, and mine never looks like that. It looks like I just swam in a swamp, you know? You know what I mean, Barkley? Ugh, it's the worst. It says it's lightweight, so I'm hoping it doesn't weigh down my hair. Here's a mistake I used to make a lot with hair products. I would have done like 2 or 3 sprays and been like, okay, I'm done. And I don't think it works very well. Well, it's because I'm not using enough. I feel like that is a very common mistake that we make with hair products. Sometimes less is more, and sometimes you need to be liberal with a product to see how it works and if it does work. So I am just gonna apply this like I would my blow dry spray. Very nice fine mister. Okay, and I'm gonna use my favorite brush. This is the Tangle Teaser with a handle. And I think that is what makes all the difference. So I have very tangly hair, but we're doing pretty good here. First impressions, very impressed. He brought you a present.
Thanks, buddy. You're so sweet.
We both made the same noise. We're both equally attracted to you, Mike. The next bit that I wanted to quickly go over, because in my last vlog I showed you what I was currently reading. I have since finished it. It was Winter Garden by Kristen Hanna. First 5 out of 5 star book I've read in quite a while, to be completely honest. It was unlike whatever I was expecting. I don't know what I was expecting, but when I read the synopsis, I thought, okay, this sounds fine. And I really love Kristen Hanna and I trust her writing, so I trusted her book. I finished it last night in bed. Yes, I did. I finished it last night in bed and I cried at the end. And I'm a crier. I'm a crier. They weren't tears of utter sadness and disbelief, but it was like a, oh my goodness, you know, that kind of a cry. So without giving too much of it away, the story follows 2 sisters who are very different. They live in very different parts of the world. One is a travel photojournalist and the other operates this orchard that you see here, which belongs to her parents. Their dad becomes really ill. On his deathbed, the dad made the mom promise that she would tell a fairy tale after he passes. And they don't have a good relationship with their mom. She's a very cold person. She's not she doesn't emote anything. She's just kind of stoic and there. Over the next few months, the daughters get an insight into their mother's life, and they learn more about her for the first time ever. You know, they're grown adults. She's 81 years old, and she tells this story over the course of the book. So it goes between real time, what's happening in present day and how they're living, and flashes back to her telling this story, which is set during World War II. As the story is pieced together, the daughters have come to understand that their mom is telling the story of her life as a child and as a young woman living in then Leningrad during the war. The end of the story was very gripping, and you know, the whole book was that way, but the end just really was one of those like, oh my god, like a tearjerker. You know, it was a tearjerker. I feel like this could be a really good movie. Someone in the comments asked if I'm reading seasonally, is that why I picked this book? Yes and no. I mean, it obviously looks very wintry. It's called Winter Garden. I would not say pick this if you're looking for an uplifting, Christmassy novel. It is not that. It is very snowy and it's very cold, and I feel like this is a great time of year to read it. It's not necessarily a feel-good novel, if you know what I mean, but 5 out of 5. I gave it a 5 out of 5. You know, I don't dish out 5s very often, but this was a 5er. I really loved it. So if you haven't read it, I would suggest adding it to your list. If you have read it, I would love to know your thoughts. I don't want to give everything away, but yeah, it was really good. I looked forward to setting time aside so that I could finish my book, because it was just a really easy one to get sucked into time and time again. I'm going to do Barkley's update, his health update for you. So I started this vlog on Saturday. Today is Tuesday. Okay, bye. So Barkley had to go to the pet emergency room on Friday because at the time we thought that something was really wrong with his eyes. I will insert footage here of what he was doing. There's no blood or gore or anything like that, but it is hard to look at. It is sad to see. So we noticed this on Friday morning. We called our regular vet and they did not have any openings, but they suggested that we take him to a pet emergency room because they thought maybe it could be neurological, since it was having to do with what we thought were his eyes. Because of COVID, you have to wait in the car. You're not allowed to go in the exam room with them. They come out to the car, get the dog, get the medical history, and then take them back, and they call you with what they think is wrong. So the veterinarian called us and she was like, I did a tear production test, and we did a dye test to show if there were any scratches or ulcers or obstructions in the eye, and they didn't find anything. His tear production was perfectly normal. And then she gave us a triple antibiotic ointment that also had a steroid in it. The emergency veterinarian says if he's not better by like Monday or so, maybe come back in and we can do a glaucoma test. That night, one of our friends' moms agreed to FaceTime with us because she was a veterinarian for 35 years and she tried to get a good look at Barkley, but it's hard over FaceTime. She rattled off a few things that she thought could maybe be a possibility, and one of them was vestibular syndrome, which I had briefly Googled. I really tried to stay off the internet because I don't want to taint my perception of what is wrong with him. I am not a vet, so I have no idea. And in my research, I did come across this syndrome. So we were like, okay, maybe that's it. Then Saturday comes around. He's looking a little bit better, still acting really lethargic and just not himself. And fortunately, we had a friend passing through town on Saturday who just happens to be a neurologist veterinarian in Philly. And he agreed to do like a quick house call with Barkley. He just gave him a basic exam. Obviously you can't run any tests, but he said that perhaps the steroid and the eye cream could be making him look a little bit better, because you know, steroids, they give you, you know, the pep in your step that you've been lacking. Sunday rolls around, he starts looking worse again. And so Monday was yesterday, and as soon as I woke up, I called his normal veterinarian and I was like, hi, we have an appointment for Monday the 14th, which is still a week away. I just wanted to see if you had anything available earlier because he's still acting weird. And I just felt in my heart of hearts that something's not right with him. He's just not acting his normal self. And she was like, we can take you at 10 o'clock. Can you be here? I was like, absolutely. I throw on clothes, I get the dog ready. Mike has a bunch of calls, so he can't come with me, which is unfortunate because I'm a freaking wreck. Same kind of protocol. I have to wait in the car. He has to go in and get an exam. Barkley's in the exam room for a while, and then I get a call from his vet. He was like, you know, we had him in here, we were playing around with him. I turned the lights off to see if he was running into anything. His vision appears to be good. I looked at his eyes. They're reacting the way they need to. I did a glaucoma pressure check, and he's well within the normal range, so glaucoma is not the issue. He also mentioned the vestibular syndrome, which a bunch of people online have talked to me about. And he was like, I'm bringing it up because some of his symptoms are in line with vestibular syndrome. However, with that, it's more like the eyes make quick fluttering motions. It's like a very rapid eye movement. They kind of like jump. Barkley just like, it was like he was drunk, you know? Also with vestibular syndrome, it really affects their balance. It's like doggy vertigo. So they really can't walk at all. They just don't have good balance, and he wasn't having that issue. However, our vet noticed, as have Mike and I, that Barkley really favors one side of his body. So he tilts his head one way. He leans this way all the time. He's constantly like got one paw in the air when he's sitting, and we're always like, that's so weird. Maybe that's just the way he is. He rolls over one way. He just really favors one side. And he said because of the favoring of one side of his body, he thinks that it potentially could be related to Barkley's brain or central nervous system, and his recommendation was to see a neurologist. So we have some recommendations of who to see. They come very highly rated. Our doctor said that Barkley's eye issues could have been related to something going on deeper with his central nervous system or something that you just can't visibly see. And so he said, you know, I want to run some blood work on him today. I should have the results by tomorrow, which is today. I have not gotten them yet, but he said, you know, if something is wrong with an organ or something, like baseline blood work will show that. So I'm still waiting for those results. He brought up an MRI. He said, you know, a neurologist might recommend you do an MRI, which doesn't sound like a big deal, but for a dog it's very invasive because it requires them to be put under general anesthesia, and Barkley is an older dog. He's a senior dog. Not all dogs can handle general anesthesia, so his blood work will also provide insight as to how healthy he is internally, I guess. So really it's just like this underlying potential neurological issue that he's having. And that's scary because you never know what it is. Like, is it a tumor growing and pressing on something? Is it, I don't even know. I refuse to look anything up. I appreciate all of your suggestions and comments, and I really do want to see them, but please only leave a comment below or send us a message on Instagram if it is helpful. I guess what I'm saying is I welcome and appreciate all of your suggestions and your similar stories. I want to receive them, but if you don't have any idea or you've never seen this before, please don't be like, it could be cancer, it could be this. Like, that isn't helpful, and it just causes more anxiety for me. But I have gotten a lot of really helpful similar stories, and I've heard a lot of similar stories from you on Instagram, and that has been very helpful, and so I appreciate that. Keep that coming. Just to clear up a few things, it's not an allergy, it is not an ear infection. The emergency vet and our regular doctor really don't think it's vestibular syndrome. They did not think that it was a seizure. They didn't think it was a stroke. He has not changed any medication or food recently. He's been on the same flea, tick, heartworm stuff for years and years and years. He's been on the same food for years and years and years. He didn't get into anything in our house or outside. We did a very thorough check, and we're home with him 24/7 right now, so we would have known or noticed if he had done something. And honestly, we went to bed Thursday night, everything was fine, woke up Friday morning, and it was like, oh, what's wrong with the dog? It came on very suddenly. However, that like leaning, tilting, favoring one side of the body thing has been going on for a while, and so maybe, I don't know. I don't want to overthink it too much, because then I just blame myself, and you know, I was racking my brain like, did I do something? Did I leave something out? Did I give him something I shouldn't have? But there was nothing that we did differently, and so I gotta give myself some grace and understand that he is a dog and he's older and things happen just like with humans. So I know that was a really long story. I've been trying to keep you updated on Instagram, but those stories expire after 24 hours. So if you have no idea what I'm talking about, I apologize if this is boring, but this has been my life right now, Mike's life right now, and You know, he's our kid. Barkley is our child and we worry about him. We're gonna do anything and everything that it takes to make sure that he's okay. Really appreciate all your kind words and your thoughts, and your messages have made me cry countless times. So if you've sent well wishes, or even if you haven't, you had no idea what's going on, please just keep this little guy in your thoughts. He's so special to me and Mike. I said yesterday on Instagram that it makes me very emotional that so many people are so kind and thoughtful and responsive over a dog that they've never met. And I just feel like that is a testament to your personality. This dog has personality. He does. He's so sweet. He's a sweet bear. I think that's everything for this one. Actually, no. We're gonna end on a happier note. I'm gonna show you my Christmas decorations. So we got new carpet in our basement, which I really feel like has brightened up the space. It used to be beige and just really awful and ugly, and this is like a cool toned gray, which I think looks really nice. It's like an extra little slab of carpet for the Nordic track. As far as decorations down here, we don't really do a lot, and yes, I need to get artwork on the walls. I am very aware of that. I have a few Christmassy pillows. This is a blanket that I've had since I was probably 6 years old. It was from my grandparents. All of the grandchildren got a blanket that year, and mine was Christmas themed because I love Christmas so much. Costco blanket, amazing. And then this is the only real decorations we've done down here. I just decorated the top of our fireplace and hung up our stockings, and I think it looks nice and cute. Very simple, but wintry. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I know that was a lot of chit chat in this video, but I appreciate you listening and watching and all of your concerns. If you have any video requests, you can feel free to leave that in a comment below, and we will try to check it off the list. This weekend, we are going to try to do a live stream in support of the Arthritis Foundation's Jingle Bell Run. If you didn't know, Caitlin and I are trying to raise $5,000 for the Arthritis Foundation. So if you have any interest in being philanthropic this year, if you're able to be giving in any way, we would appreciate either you joining our team to walk a 5K this coming weekend, or you can donate money, whichever you're comfortable with. We both have very close family members that have been affected by arthritis, and so we just want to do something to give back and help further research and resources for those living with arthritis. I hope you guys are having a happy holiday season and you're staying safe. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, and you will be notified in your inbox anytime we post a new video, which during the month of December is always a little bit more. So bonus if you ring that bell. Thanks again for watching, and we will see you soon. Bye.